Ladies and gentlemen, it's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Unfortunately, the San Francisco 49ers lose this NFC championship 31-7 against the Philadelphia Eagles. And the most frustrating thing about this game was not having a fighting chance. Unfortunately, in the first quarter, Brock Purdy, he ends up having to leave the game when he gets hit on the elbow and really from that point in the game, it was just very tough. In comes the fourth-string quarterback, Josh Johnson, and at least we were able to put together a good drive and get a touchdown. McCaffrey gives us a big run, and that made it a 7-7 game. But really, pretty much since the moment Purdy came out of the game, and when it became reality that he was not able to throw the football, because he did end up coming into the game later when Josh Johnson unfortunately had to leave from a concussion. But when Purdy returned into the game, he was unable to throw the ball. And when you can't throw the football and all you can really do is run the football, it just makes it very tough to get anything going offensively. And when it was still 7-7 and even 14-7, you're hoping even 21-7. You're hoping your defense going to give you a great opportunity, maybe to keep this game close, to have somewhat of a chance. Because even I still thought that we could still make it a game if our defense could keep us in it. And it's just tough. We had costly penalties on defense, uncharacteristic penalties. That you can't have those when they're extending drives. So made it very tough. But I'm proud of this San Francisco 49ers team. I mean, what a season we had. Welcome in everyone to the post-game show. How's it going, Mikey? Happy how far we came this season despite all of the adversity, but we ran into a buzzsaw. Good luck to Philly against Kansas City or Cincinnati. Absolutely, a great game, Eagles. You guys played us very tough and took advantage of, executing your game plan. And, you played a great game, and good luck in the Super Bowl. And this is tough. To be getting this close for the Niners' second straight NFC championship loss. Last year we went against the Rams. It's just unfortunate. And, that game last year, it was a one-possession game down to the end. And in this game, to not even have a fighting chance, that makes it very tough. On paper, this had the makings of one of the best matchups that we were going to get the opportunity to see, and it ended up not being that game, unfortunately, and that's what's tough. You can understand had Purdy been healthy in this game and been able to play and could throw the football, would it have been a different outcome? We would have liked to have seen what could have happened and had a fighting chance. But just unfortunate, and but to get this far, proud of this Niners team. We'll be back next year. We're excited for next season. Ready to turn the page. This one hurts. It stings. But to get this far with a third-string rookie quarterback, I mean, when Jimmy G goes down, at that moment, you don't know how the season was going to go. Could that have been our season? And I mean, to see Purdy play as well as he did down the stretch in the playoffs, you felt really good about our chances coming into this game, and it's just unfortunate. Welcome in, everyone. What's going on, Matthew? Out of all my years of being a Niner fan, this is single-handedly the worst game I have ever watched. And unfortunately, I feel you, Matthew. I feel you on that, especially when, the defense, the uncharacteristic penalties, not having a fighting chance in this game. And, it was just not a fun game to watch, when clearly we couldn't really do anything, not having a quarterback that could throw the football down the field, and just made it very tough. there was not a whole lot we could do, and we battled through a lot of adversity this year, and it hurts. It definitely hurts. But excited to have gotten this far and got incredible confidence that we can come back next year and that we can get back to this point and have a fighting chance, hopefully, and be able to get back to the Super Bowl. It's been tough. We've come so close, and you felt really good about how this team was playing. Our number one defense, all of the offensive playmakers we have, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. It was such a fun team to watch, and proud of this team. Proud of this team to get this far, which nobody thought that we would be in this position in the NFC Championship with a third-string quarterback. I give us a lot of credit. And unfortunately, today we just didn't have a fighting chance, and penalties on defense hurt us on that drive, and just tough right now. But we're gonna turn the page, be excited for next year, and excited to have the opportunity to get back to this point, to get back to the NFC Championship. We just gotta take the positives. This was a successful season. I would give the Niners an A- on this season. With everything that we battled through, all of the adversity, we overcame so much, and to be in this position, think about it, only 4 teams get to this position playing on championship weekend. It was a great season. Wish that we could have got the win today. Had a fighting chance in this game. But we'll be back. What's going on? Hey, Mego Sky. Hey, Travis. Well, our season is over already since before the clock hits 0. And yeah, this one felt weird. It felt weird in that sense because you kind of just knew already early in the game, even probably by halftime, you just had a bad feeling about where this game was headed. So the surprising or shockiness of potentially losing at the end, we didn't have that in this game where we've seen that in championship games in the past with the Niners losing NFC championships, at the last second. So it was tough, and that's what kind of took the fun out of this game. Not having a fighting chance, being a blowout. Again, this had the makings of being one of the greatest matchups on paper that we were going to get the chance to see both of these teams on both sides of the football. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see that matchup. And, maybe we'll see it next year in the playoffs. It would be fun to get that opportunity. So we'll see if, we end up seeing this Eagles team again. Congrats to them. You guys played a great game. Good luck in the Super Bowl. Welcome in, everyone, to the 49ers post-game show as we're breaking down the NFC Championship. Unfortunately for the San Francisco 49ers, lose a very tough one, 31-7, and with Brock Purdy having to unfortunately leave the game in the first quarter due to an elbow injury. Really from that point in the game, it was so tough, and it was essentially over. The first quarter was the last opportunity where we had a chance still, and 7-7, 14-7, and we were hoping that with our defense that they would be able to keep us in the game, keep it close. But when you don't have a quarterback that can throw the football down the field, makes it very tough. To really be able to do anything, to get anything going offensively. Welcome in, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Want the Bengals to beat the Chiefs and win the Super Bowl. That would make me feel better. That's going to be a good game. Bengals and Chiefs, and it'd be great to see the Bengals win the Super Bowl, take out the Chiefs, and then take out the Eagles. in the Super Bowl. What's going on, Christopher? How's it going? 49ers still have a bright future ahead. They need to extend McCaffrey. What a beast on the touchdown he had today. Will be fun to watch Purdy with Lance versus Lance in the offseason. Niners will have options. Right there with you, Christopher. Appreciate the comments. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. I mean, already, now we're on to next season, and it's going to be a lot of fun seeing what the 49ers are going to do at the starting quarterback position. The battle between Brock Purdy and Trey Lance. And I think Brock Purdy. I am riding with Brock Purdy. What we saw from him was amazing this season, and I think he is going to continue to play at a high level. And, even though the Niners gave up 3 first-round draft picks to get Trey Lance, I think with the way Purdy is playing right now, I'm predicting Brock Purdy to win the starting quarterback job against Trey Lance. But that's going to be a fun battle in training camp, seeing those two guys really bring out the best in each other. And, that's what's great about competition in-house. It really makes everyone around you better. So it's going to be fun seeing Brock Purdy and Trey Lance push each other to be better and for the whole team to get better. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Can't wait for next season and for training camp to see who's going to win the starting quarterback job. But I think Brock Purdy right now, I definitely believe I see him winning the starting quarterback job. Welcome in, everyone. Apologize if I missed some comments. Appreciate everyone checking in. Appreciate you're more than welcome, Mikey. Appreciate you a lot, man. You've been our steady rock, so thank you, brother. Thank you so much, Mikey. You're more than welcome. Love doing these post-game shows. Win or lose, we're going to be here breaking it down. And, look, I know how it feels. I've seen a lot of, we know it as Niner fans. We've been through it over the years, losing some very tough games. I was at the Niners-Giants NFC Championship at Candlestick, so I remember that feeling, being at the game, losing in overtime in such an abrupt way, and so this is tough. It's tough, especially when we've come so close to get that elusive 6th Super Bowl. But looking at how good this team, how well built it is, we got a really exciting team going into next year, and I'm confident that we'll be back in this position, playing in the NFC Championship. So really a lot to be excited about, a lot to look forward to next season. So I can't wait. And extending Christian McCaffrey, that is going to be huge, giving him a nice extension, more than well earned for Christian McCaffrey. And what a beast. It was unbelievable, the plays that he was making this season, and the play he made today on the 49ers touchdown. I mean, to have, I think 3 missed tacklers in 2 at one point on one play. I mean, that was just amazing. Christian McCaffrey running with the football, and I think we've seen him hit 23, 24 miles per hour at his highest sprint speed. It's just been amazing what he has been able to do. So I can't wait to see what he can do next season. Welcome in, everyone. Anybody know if the Eagles are on the schedule? Can't wait for that rematch. I don't believe so. I would have to double check. But from what I can remember, I don't think we play Philly. But I do think that there could be a rematch in the playoffs, and that I can't wait for to see. But Brock Purdy going against Jalen Hurts in the playoffs. Hopefully we see that again next season, the rematch, and hopefully this time we will have a fighting chance in the game. So I can't wait for next season and to see what Brock Purdy continue to see his development. I think he is going to continue to play well, and in training camp, it's going to be fun seeing him go against Trey Lance. And I think that it's going to bring out the best in both of them, and bring the team and make the whole team around them better. So it's going to be a lot of fun. What's going on, Bobby? How's it going? Um, Prediction on where you think Jimmy G goes. Great question, Christopher. Great question. What's going on, Tyler Burbeck? How's it going? Just unfortunate news there with Josh Johnson having sustained a concussion in the game. Thoughts and prayers with him right now on a speedy recovery. Just really unfortunate today, between having the Purdy elbow injury and him coming out, and then Josh Johnson with the concussion. So thoughts and prayers with Josh Johnson in a speedy recovery for him. Welcoming everyone to the post-game show. Prediction on Jimmy G. Let's get to it. As much as I would love to say, man, it'd be great to see him back. I don't see him coming back to the Niners due to the fact that Brock Purdy playing as well as he is playing, and with Brock Purdy's mobility, his athleticism, I feel like Purdy gives the Niners a better, better chance at quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. So the teams that I'm thinking, the Raiders obviously are a team he could go to. Raiders are going to be in the market for a quarterback. Green Bay, maybe that could happen if Rodgers ends up not being there. So there are certain destinations that Jimmy G could end up. And I'd have to think about it a little. The Jets, yeah, there's another good one. But if I had to say right now, I think I really feel like the Jets. If I had to say, I think the Jets, former 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh, he is the head coach with the Jets, and we've seen them move on from Zach Wilson. So I think that the Jets, they have a talented defense. So I think, to get Jimmy Garoppolo for them, I feel like that would be a great fit. So that's going to be my prediction on where Jimmy G is going to be going. What's going on, William? Good to see you. Defense definitely cost the 49ers this game, and Purdy being hurt, I knew it was over. It is tough, very uncharacteristic of this 49ers defense, the costly penalties, and, extending the drive. And you can't have those costly penalties on third down. When your defense, you're about to get the football back. Your defense is about to get off the field, and then you have these costly penalties, and just unfortunate. And once Purdy had to leave the game, you just had a bad feeling that the game was over. And yeah, even my dad, he was saying the game was over when Purdy went out, and unfortunately that's what it was. You're hoping that with the 49ers number one defense that they could keep the game close, and that maybe we could still have a chance, but just unfortunate. Costly penalties on defense, and when you don't have a quarterback that can throw the football down the field, and you get so predictable where the Eagles defense knew we were going to be constantly running the football. You can only get so creative in calling plays, and so it was just tough. This was tough. Was hoping to see a lot better game than what we saw, and to not have a fighting chance. It's just unfortunate. This was supposed to be one of the best games that we were going to get to watch, with how talented both teams were on both sides of the football. And hopefully next year we will get that chance if we see a Niners-Eagles rematch in the playoffs. But congratulations to the Eagles and their fans on advancing to the Super Bowl. Good luck there. Welcoming everyone to the post-game show. Josh Johnson looks horrendous. Unfortunately, I agree with you, AM Echo Sky. Josh Johnson just did not really look ready at all to be playing in this game. Maybe didn't even really think he was going to end up playing in it. You're just not thinking that this could potentially happen. That Purdy early in the game having to exit, and just unfortunate. Josh Johnson tried the best he could, but couldn't do a whole lot out there. And so again, this game just there wasn't a fighting chance, made it very difficult. Still can't believe no one on the Niners coaching staff was able to see the no catch of Devontae Smith to start the game. That was a huge blow even before Purdy went down. I agree with you, Christopher. That was a big moment early in the game, and I'm not sure what happened on that play, why the Niners didn't challenge it, because Hufanga, he was reacting after the play. You would think, you see that, throw your challenge flag. It's still early in the game. Worst thing that can happen is you lose the timeout in the first half. I feel like, you should have thrown your challenge flag. I'm not sure what happened. Eagles, they rushed the next play to try to get it in. But if you could see that, how are you not paying attention? You're seeing the Eagles hurrying up to rush the play. There's got to be a reason for that. So I'm not sure what happened there, but that was costly. That's early in the game. The Eagles end up getting a touchdown, and being that we got a touchdown later, could we have had a 7-0 lead at that point when McCaffrey runs that touchdown in? So it's hard to say how much of a difference that would have made, but still, it was unfortunate early in the game, and not sure what happened there. On what was going on there. 49ers, it's tough. I mean, right now it feels like with the 49ers, the Super Bowl has eluded us many times, but confident we are going to get it. We are going to constantly keep working hard and continue at working towards that 6th Super Bowl, and we got a great mindset going into next season. This was a successful season. Just unfortunate how it ended today, coming to an abrupt end. But it was a great year, and to get as far as we did, being down to our 3rd string quarterback, I give this Niners team a lot of credit. Proud of this team, proud of this group, and I'm confident that we are going to be back next year in the NFC Championship. So can't wait for it. Let's go, Niners. Let's go, 49ers faithful. Always bringing the energy, win or lose. And we can't wait to get back out there next season and to get back here, to get back to this point. And hopefully next year that we'll be hosting the NFC Championship at home. That would be awesome. So our goal immediately now is moving on to next season, getting prepared. So really confident in this group that they're going to come back next year and to get back here. So excited for it. Excited, and it's this one stings. It hurts, but to get as far as we did, proud of this team and confident we're going to be back. So let's do it. Let's go, Niners. Let's go. Welcome in, everyone. Are you going to monitor Super Bowl 57? I'll be watching it. And we'll be breaking it down, doing post-game show and doing reactions. Just wish it was going to be the Niners. But look, we'll be back next year. We got it next year. Keep thinking positive thoughts and keep working hard. This Niners team, we have a lot to be proud of with what we accomplished. And now, the work starts for next season. So we're ready for it. We're excited. We're excited for the challenge. So let's do it. Let's do it, Niners. Let's do it, 49ers. Faithful. Haven't won a Super Bowl for 30 years. It's just crazy. I mean, when you think about it like that, it's been a long time, and, it takes a lot to win a Super Bowl. But it's just crazy, that now we're, have approached 30 years since the last roughly almost 30 years. 49ers have the right coach and culture. The owner, Jed York, is willing to spend money to bring back to the glory days. So I'm not worried. Go Niners. Let's go Niners. Right there with you, Christopher. Jed York, incredible job that he has done. It's been amazing. The transition from the Tom Sula days, Chip Kelly days, to where we are now with Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch as our GM. So it's been great. It's been great, and Jed York, confident spending that money in free agency to improve this team, and confident that we are going to get back to the NFC Championship. So let's go Niners. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is what happens when you believe the media hype. We're number one team. We are the best. I mean, this season. I mean, we were playing like the best team out there, and confident that had we been healthy in this game, that we would have came out on top. So excited for next year that we're gonna get that opportunity to get back to the NFC Championship, and confident that we're going to get the win next year. Let's go Niners. Let's go. Some organizations have never won a Super Bowl, so there you go. But really puts it into perspective. It's so hard to win a Super Bowl, and even though we haven't won in a while, to have won 5 Super Bowls, it's a blessing. It's an incredible accomplishment, and we're excited to be able to add to that next season. So let's do it. Let's do it. We can do it, Niners. Let's go. Now, I feel fine about how they made it all the way to the NFC Championship game for the season. Have a great night, Mikey. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate everyone checking in for the 49ers post-game show. The AFC Championship is underway. I believe kicked off about 30 or 15 minutes ago. Got it going on in the background here. So we'll see who is going to end up advancing to the Super Bowl from the AFC side. We'll see if hopefully the Bengals going for them in that game. It should be a good game going against. We'll see how Mahomes' ankle holds up in that game. It's going to be a good one. 49ers, just tough. A tough day today. Proud of this team to get this far. And nobody expected us to be playing in the NFC Championship with a third-string quarterback. So I give us a lot of credit to get this far, and confident that this team is going to be back next year. So let's do it. Let's do it, Niners. Welcome in, everyone. Breaking down this game. Eagles do defeat the Niners 31-7. And the story of this game, really comes down to not having a fighting chance. When Brock Purdy has to leave the game in the first quarter due to an elbow injury, and Josh Johnson, the fourth-string quarterback, he really couldn't do a whole lot out there. Thank goodness we were able to get the McCaffrey touchdown on a big run, and you were hoping that our number one defense was going to be able to keep us close in the game, but just came up short. We didn't come up short, but we lost a blowout here. But when I would say come up short, I mean to get this far. Had we been healthy, I feel we would have had a fighting chance today. And just unfortunate to not have a fighting chance. The game was essentially over. From that first quarter, and just tough right now. But proud of this Niners team. Proud of what we accomplished this season. Excited the opportunity to get back to the NFC Championship. So we can do it. Let's go. Thankfully, the 49ers are not being like the Raiders. In fact, the Raiders haven't won a single playoff game for about over 20 years because of their owner, Mark Davis. Raiders are a dysfunctional organization. I mean, they have had a rough go. When you're putting into perspective, I mean, we've accomplished a lot, the Niners, won a lot of playoff games, and even though it hasn't ended up winning the Super Bowl here recently, confident that we can get back to the NFC Championship next season, and that we can win this game and advance to the Super Bowl. So let's go Niners. Let's do it. Now time for John Lynch to work some magic in the NFL draft. Win, lose, or tie, Niners till I die. 49ers faithful from the 559. Let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. What's going on, Rick? How you doing, my friend? This is Ricky, as I've not seen from you, heard from you for a long time. I'm doing great. Doing great. Good to see you, Ricky. Appreciate you checking in. It's a tough one today, but confident in this Niners team that we are going to be back next year, that we are going to get back to the NFC Championship, and hopefully we will have a fighting chance. Just a tough game today. We're taking a look at the numbers. Josh Johnson, he completed 7 of 13 passes for 74 yards. Christian McCaffrey, he had the big touchdown run. He had 15 carries for 84 yards. Deebo Samuel, 3 catches for 33 yards. George Kittle, 3 catches for 32 yards. And taking a look at Jalen Hurts' numbers for the game, he completed 15 of 25 passes for 121 passing yards. And Miles Sanders, their running back, I believe, really talented rookie there. He had 2 touchdowns in the game, and just tough game today. But I mean, to have gotten this far for the San Francisco 49ers, it was a successful season, and nobody expected us to get to this point with a third string rookie quarterback. So I give us a lot of credit, and I'm excited for next year. I think we can get back, and we're very hungry to get back to this point, and to win this game. You get this close. It hurts to lose a game of this magnitude, but you've got great confidence in this 49ers team that we are going to be back next season. Now see you near my phone. Appreciate you checking in, Ricky. Good to see you. If Tom Brady requests the 49ers to take him on, should they do it? Good question. In my opinion, I would say no. For me, it all comes down to, Purdy is 23 years old, and I feel like the upside with Brock Purdy as your starting quarterback, to me, I feel like you go with Purdy over a 45 or 46-year-old Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, I know that he has wanted to come to the 49ers, but I feel the Niners, twice they have said no to him. I think a couple years ago, and then I think for next season as well. Tom Brady, maybe he can end up with the Raiders. We'll see. But he still wants to play another year, and I'm sure he'll want to play to win a Super Bowl. But I don't see him ending up with the Niners. I feel like they are very happy to have Brock Purdy as our starting quarterback and going against Trey Lance in training camp. So can't wait for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Brady is a Bay Area native, grew up a 49ers fan. And that's awesome, absolutely awesome. And I know how badly Tom Brady would love to finish his career with the Niners and win a Super Bowl. But the Niners, I don't think that they will budge. I think Purdy is going to be the starting quarterback. That's my prediction. And we'll see what happens. Maybe something could come up, but I feel like, Niners are going to want to have the young 23-year-old Brock Purdy at starting quarterback over a 45, 46-year-old Tom Brady. Thank you, Christopher, for the comments. Brock Purdy got hurt with an elbow injury, not helping out for the 49ers. But I have no excuse for the fact that Purdy got injured and heavy penalties on the defense. We played too sloppy. And absolutely, I mean, the play call on that play that Purdy got hurt, the Eagles defender, he basically was, had an open lane. You had, I think our tight end matched up, forget who it was that was matched up on the Eagles defensive line. But I mean, to get a basically full sprint, he's running full speed, and to get a hit like that of that magnitude, it's just really unfortunate that happened, and then the penalties against the defense. Just unfortunate. It's unfortunate, that happened, that Purdy gets hurt on that play. But I agree with you. And Echo Sky, no excuse for why those things happen, and it's just unfortunate. We made too many mistakes today. It cost us our quarterback in the first quarter, and never had a chance from that point on. So tough one today, but again, confident in this Niners team. We are going to be back. We are hungry to get back. So we are going to be wrapping up this 49ers post-game show. But before we do, we are going to get to our picks of the game. So I'd love to hear who you're taking as the pick of the game. For my pick of the game, I'm taking Christian McCaffrey. Had a great game, and the touchdown run was amazing. 15 carries for 84 yards, averaging 5.6 yards a carry. I'm taking Christian McCaffrey and would love to see the Niners give him a nice extension in the offseason. More than well-earned and well-deserved. Defense didn't look like the number one defense, giving up 31 points. It was tough today. Very tough. And you wonder, the defense maybe putting a little bit of pressure on themselves in this game when the circumstances on offense. But uncharacteristic for the 49ers, number one defense, giving up 31 points and having those costly penalties. This is something we did not see throughout the season. And, unfortunately, there were some, I would say, some bit of officiating that, some calls that went against us. But, again, no excuse for, having those penalties. And, just we struggled. And, just really from that first quarter, Purdy exits the game. And, I think, we had a lot of pressure on us. And, we tried our best, but just couldn't get it done today. So we look forward to next year. It's going to be a good one. Have to go now. Have a good day, and hope you recover from today's game. Appreciate that. AM Echo Sky. Thank you, everyone, so much. Checking out today's 49ers post-game show. Appreciate all the support. Who do you want to win the Super Bowl now? Hoping to see the Bengals win it. Would love to see it. Joe Mixon, the running back, he's from my area. Went to high school very close to me, and we went to the same middle school. So I would love to see the Bengals win the Super Bowl. So let's see what happens. AFC Championship taking place right now. Fun game, still 0-0 with 8:54 left in the first quarter. Chiefs look like they are lining up to kick a field goal. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate the support. Hope you enjoy your championship Sunday. Niners, we are going to be back. We're going to be back. 49ers faithful. What a year. What a fun season. Thank you to everyone that made this season so special. Your energy, your passion. There's no one like it. Thank you so much, 49ers faithful. It was a fun year and excited to be back next year, breaking it all down. So can't wait for it. Let's go, San Francisco 49ers. Let's go, 49ers faithful. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Take care, and let's go, San Francisco 49ers. Let's go, 49ers